Hey, hey, what's up? What's good? It's Soup from Guys, and today we got a little something to talk about, man, and that's Sony PlayStation. You know, the box that is in everybody's. Whoa, let's pause. Anyways, no, start it over. What's up, y'all? No, now this video should be going up prior to the state of play that's scheduled today, but I'm going to predict that, you know, that showing won't affect what I'm bringing to y'all today. And I don't think they're going to be showing off anything unique, super interesting. And if they do, I'm wrong. But, you know, I'm wrong. But, you know, bottom line up front, I think PlayStation is in trouble. Or to be honest, would be in big trouble if Xbox was actually competing. But let's be for real, man. Xbox, they haven't been consistent with making logical decisions. But, you know, let's just act like they are, right? For the purpose of this video. And this video isn't about Xbox anyway, so more about them in another topic, but let's get into this. Now, I believe PlayStation is in trouble due to two major factors of their trip to profitability. One, their rollout to PC, and two, their games as a service initiative. Now, these two things I think are not going or will not go as Sony plans. And here's why I think that, you know, starting with number one, their rollout to PC. They have stated that essentially their goal is to release their games later to PC and not day and date, which is fine. And I think it's a good idea if you want to sell a little bit more consoles. And personally, I think day and date won't affect console sales that much because consoles bring a unique experience, you know? It's not like PCs. PCs just don't ever really feel like a console when you're playing. Not to say it's not fun to play on PC because I am a centrally PC guy, but I do have a PS5 that I hop on for first parties. But anyways, they also think that this strategy is going to get more people to buy PS5s, and they are really underestimating the patience of PC only gamers. Okay, not going to get into specifics on that since we probably will on the podcast that we have on this channel. Shout out to Gas the Podcast, link in the description below. Circling back to objectify this, we are going to look at the all-time peak concurrent viewers on Steam. Peak concurrent players, holy. All right, this does not directly tell how many games were sold, but it does give you a ballpark answer on the success of that video game. I mean, just look at Concord. With all that being said, I'm gonna put this up here for y'all so that y'all can see what I drafted. I grabbed this from the Steam database. It contains all the peak concurrent count for each game, like their all-time peak concurrent count. The left side is games that launched on PS4 only, and the right side is games that launched on, at the very least, the PS5. Now, it could have been both PS5 or PS4, but the key thing here is it launched on the PS5. It's not a lot of data to go off of at the moment, since, you know, PlayStation 5 ain't got no games. But anyways, honestly, though, looking at this data, it seems that games that released on the PS5 at launch are selling less or being played less than those that launched on the PS4 only. I think there's two main reasons for this. One is that I feel like we didn't have to wait that long before the 4 on the left released on PC after launch, whereas the ones on the right took years to come to PC. Another factor I think also playing into this is that the games that released on PS5 are like pretty decent quality. They're pretty good for consoles, and they have 60 FPS, which is one of the biggest things that PC gamers game on PC for. If you got a PC and you gaming on less than 60 FPS, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like no. Anyways, 60 FPS. That's what a lot of people really want nowadays anyway, especially with the promise of these new consoles supposed to be so big and great, 4K, 8K, blah, blah, blah. 60 FPS is mainly what a lot of people are looking for. Now, I honestly think that these two factors are what's going to cause less Sony games to be bought on PC, especially with the PS5 Pro coming out. The quality of these games being released on PC is better, but the jump from PS5 or the jump from PS4 launch only to a PC is much more appealing than PS5 launch to PC. Because like these PS4 games, they was like 30 frames per second. They look like garbage most of the time. You know what I'm saying? But then we get to play this on a PC, like, oh my goodness. But then you got the PS5. It's like, yo, like these games look pretty good right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the jump to PC really ain't finna make this game look that much better or play that much better. You know, so like more people will consider just not buying it on PC because they will just play it on the PS5 since it runs at 60 FPS anyway. Mainly the first party games though, not the third party. We're not talking about it. But yeah, man, I think I really do think the quality of PS5 games already being pretty decent enough for people these days will deter people from just buying it on PC and just play it on the PS5 or the PS5 Pro. I'm not getting that. But yeah, I mean, of course, like games like Ghost of Tsushima became 60 FPS playable on the PS5 later. But I believe most people was already done with the game when it came to PS5. And it was like, you know, I'll probably just wait for this to come out on PC. Because everybody, this, like prior to, I think, them making it playable on PS5. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe Sony did say, hey, you know, this is coming to PC eventually. You know, when it was like whole slate. But I don't know. I do think that plays a factor that it released on PS4 and not on PS5. And a lot of people was probably just waiting for this to release on a PC. And you know, Ghost of Tsushima released this year. And it's the only game that released this year that was also a PS4 only launch. And that's why the numbers are so high. I mean, yeah, obviously the game is good, right? But I'm just saying, a lot of people want to play it on PC because of the quality. And we didn't get that quality at launch. A lot of people waited. So I guarantee though, the sequel, when it releases on PC, it will barely reach half that number. Unless this will, no, because if they make a games as a service component to go with it, then maybe the numbers on PC will increase because then you're releasing an entire different product just for, you know what I'm saying? Like it's Ghost of Tsushima is a single player game with like the tacked on multiplayer, but it's not like super crazy like a Helldivers type 2 type thing. But if they were to release a Ghost of Tsushima 2 and the multiplayer was just kind of like basic and it's not a games as a service, it's not going to see the numbers that this is receiving now because it's going to release on PS5 and the quality is going to be good anyway. You know, it's going to run great on the PS5. I'm telling you, it's going to run great. And a year later, people ain't gonna be like, yo, let me get this on PC. Not that many people gonna jump, man. I don't think that many people gonna jump. There's no point in returning to that game that fast, especially like it just released a year ago. Like I'm good on that. There's too much coming out anyway. I gotta play. But like I said though, I think it's too early to really tell what's going on here. But I do think that they'll rethink their strategy in the coming years because they're gonna see less and less, and they gotta make that profit. They're all about profit, especially now after they got the new CEOs and all that. They was like, yo man, we spend too much money with little profit, man. We gotta cut down on something. And if they're spending, I don't know, they gotta figure something out. Because they're gonna sell less. And maybe they're fine with selling a little bit less. We don't really know these numbers, you know what I'm saying? Going off of concurrent. But I do think like that the PS5 being the already decent quality affects people wanting to play these games, you know what I'm saying, and not having to wait super long to play them. You know, maybe they increased their release to PC by 2 years instead of like 6 months to a year, because like, you know, they're still in the early stages of this too, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that do. Because Helldivers 2, you know, it releasing on PC, seeing like people hype it up, you know, that concurrent peak count really make or break your game, bro. If you ain't doing so hot, people ain't gonna want to play it. But if you see 100,000 people play it, more people just gonna play it. That's just how it is, man. And Sony gonna learn that. It's unfortunate though. I mean, like, yo, people just want to hop on a bandwagon, but like, I don't know. It's risky. It's risky out here. But number two reason why, I forgot what I said earlier. But number 2, their games as a service initiative is currently a pretty big failure, bro. Helldivers 2 really don't count. It's not their studio, and their previous game also released on PC and console. We're talking about first-party studios here, and the two biggest misses from this initiative is Factions 2 being canceled and Concord. Factions 2 was supposed to be like The Last of Us 2 multiplayer games of the service, which was canceled for reasons that I'm not going to get into in this video, but there's no way you haven't heard about Concord though, man. I mean, like, bro, if you haven't heard about Concord, I don't know what to tell you. You probably shouldn't even be watching this video. Like, everybody heard about Concord, bro. But these two things are huge failures, and I believe this has caused Sony first-party delivery to be more absent this generation more than anything. So many people are online talking about this drought Sony is having during this generation. Little to no showcases, firing Jim Ryan, maybe. No consistent major big head banger releases, Bungie layoffs, PS5 price increases, PS5 Pro almost $1,000, not even including the disc drive. People are starving, man. But you know, I think I can't blame them for real, because I mean, I'm not really like, you know, I'm not no fanboy. I don't really care. I play on what I want to play on. But like, the only reason this ain't as like hype and crazy, like this topic in general about like Sony delivery, is because they have virtually no competition, bro. Nintendo is in their own world, almost always have been, and Xbox is like, Sony don't even have to really worry about nothing. They could do really whatever they want. And you know, we are in very, very interesting times. You know, I do hope Sony can bounce back and deliver things in a timely fashion and not be egregious with price jacking up and stuff like that, and stop taking these L's that pretty much get masked because Xbox L's farly outshines Sony's L's. But you know, we'll see how that goes. And Xbox, man, please stop playing around. Please be consistent. Please look at other successes and be like, we can just mirror that, because I believe in Xbox. I really do. Now, it might be too late. It's never too late. They're $1 trillion company. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and until next time, peace. Hey, what the?
Say something.
We both said nobody's here.
Don't just be doing that.
Babe, nobody. We both agreed.
God
There's nobody else
dang.
here.